Another week has come and gone, and so begs the question, how goes the journey to play every video game I've ever purchased since I started my Steam account back in 2010? Because I have now a basic library, there's a filter that I can use to search for specific things within it, I have a way to calculate rough prices from game bundles so that I know the value that I'm getting from each game within it, but there was one thing missing that I didn't have, and that was a way to be able to see what games I'd added into my library and what all I'd completed that month. So I started to make that. I already thought that it was going to be bad with the 8 games coming in from Humble Choice every month, but I forgot about the keys that I also get to review. And for the last few months, I haven't been counting the review keys as new games added into the library, but I've been including them as games that I've played, so my metrics have been skewed for some time now, which I don't really have a great solution to help combat this. Well, I mean, I kind of do, but that involves dropping my monthly subscription to Humble Choice. Well, that's not gonna happen. So I guess I just gotta play more games now. Ah, crap, although the experiment's gonna mess with that too. Well, the final games have been marked into the spreadsheet from my eShop email purchase history, which I thought I was done adding in Switch titles. Except there's only 588 games currently accounted for from my Switch library, while the library itself shows that I have more in there. Either way, it's gonna be a pain to go through now, one game at a time to see what's missing, and I am not looking forward to that. So for now, I've just decided I'd start filling in the blank games that are currently on the spreadsheet without information. So these are all games mostly from the Switch library that weren't on the Steam store, because to fill in the information, I'd get the names off of the email and the price and the date that I got it, and then I'd look it up on Steam because it just has all the information I need there displayed for me. Plus a bunch of extra user tags to help me define where it is that I want this to be within the genres of my library. Versus the Nintendo eShop, which doesn't quite show all the information that I would want. I was also surprised to see that it doesn't show developers, it only shows publishers. On this journey to play every game that I currently own, the focus this month is to play games of choice. And from this last week, I've got one that I don't think you would expect to be here. Typically, when I think of games involving choices, my first thoughts go to something story-based, where the choices impact the overarching narrative in some sort of way. So, you know, the classic games like Mass Effect or Life is Strange. But really, when it comes down to it, choice comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Take the game I played earlier this week, Moricarta, for example. It takes an approach I haven't seen before in a roguelike deck builder by shuffling your cards and your opponent cards into the same deck. From there, you draw one card at a time, swiping to the left or right to activate one side or the other, which means that you're deciding the outcomes of every single card, including your own and your opponent's. I was supposed to have a review out for it this weekend, but a major update dropped that changed a few of the key elements, so I've got to re-record a bunch of audio and some video for it, but I'll tell you right now, all of its changes from the update has made it even better. I also started the Pillars of the Earth, and I've been slowly getting through that. It's supposed to be a bit of a longer game, so I was playing a couple hours here, a couple hours there, and boy, has this got the powerful narrative that I've been craving for some time now. I am very excited to see how it continues to play out. I have also completed the first game from the Uncertain series, so still not sure how I like the overall experience of it, but I'm excited to jump into the second one because it does have some pretty cool concepts between the games. And this one definitely doesn't really count as a game of choice. I played Oh Dear with a couple friends and oh man, was this an experience. And then today marks the official start of the experiment, so I'll be launching up Yakuza 0 tonight, and I'm both nervous and excited for that. But at this point, I'd like to turn it back around to you and ask, what have you been playing this week? Whether it's something brand new or something for a long time, what's been stealing your attention? And then the GDC just actually started today and it runs for a few more days. Are there any upcoming games that you're excited about in particular? For me, I'm excited about Life by You. I've always been a big fan of the Sims games, but Life by You seems to take it in just, I don't know, some sort of grand direction that I didn't know was possible.